So here we are, we have sliced up all the parts of the images into different pieces that we're hoping to attach to bones of a rig in Blender. And let's see how that turns out. So we'll be opening Blender now, and then we'll be assembling these images in Blender and then rig, and then see if we can animate them. Let's go. So we're here in Blender. I'll be working with Blender 4.0, but the first thing we need to do is to import the images that we sliced up. To do that, we have to come into Blender and hit the imports and use image as planes. If you can't find that in your Blender currently, what you need to do is go to your edit, preferences, and search for image as planes. When you type image, you will find import image as planes, and just import and export image as planes. Just click on it and then you get that function. Then another tool we'll be using too will be Rigify. After we've arranged the images, we will now have to get Rigify. So you have to install Rigify. You have to turn on Rigify. Rigify is a native inbuilt plugin of Blender. It's been in Blender for a long time. It's Blender's native rigging tool and it's very powerful. That's what we'll be using. We'll go turn that on too. So to look for us, type Rigify here, and you will see Rigify. Both of them are turned on in my project, so I don't need to turn them on again. And when you come in here to File, Import, you'll find it. So we can start importing the images. We'll navigate to the folder where we have the parts, and all the projects, all the objects we need, and go into this. First, get the female. So we will select all these images, and then before we hit import, we're going to go to the material type, shadeless. We don't want the light to affect it, We want it to come, because the image has its own lighting, and we want that to just be as it is. So come in here, and once you've done that, you click on shadeless, you click on import image, and then you have this in your scene. If you see it like this image like this, don't be worried. You're currently in the Blender solid mode, the mode that shows your mesh without any textures. So once you see this, don't be worried. It's just Blender showing you that you're in solid mode. All you need to do is go to the top right here, where the viewport shading mode are, and then you go to the next one. You see material preview. Click on that. Take a bit of a while, and then Blender will show you the files as they are, all the images. So you can see them here. They've come in like this, and we will start to now assemble them in the scene before we can rig them. So yeah, so what we need to do is just select one by one of the image, come to your panel here. You can see rotation is 90. No, turn this to 0. Other stuff that can help when we are assembling our images. We can get the image reference by the side here, and for that I use a tool called PureRef. This is it, PureRef. So I have to do is just go and drag my image in here. So I've added the image. I can use that as reference now to make sure I'm assembling the image in Blender as it's supposed to be, right? So this is 0. The next one is here. Just turn this to 0 here. I'll just speed up all these parts just to assemble it quickly. So I have assembled the image. I made some changes. I kind of made the weapon, separated the weapon from the hand. Before it was joined with the hand, but I separated it totally from the hand so that I can kind of like scale it up and down. So I can scale it this way and out for an effect. So, but that way it will not overlap with any part of the body. So when I'm rigging, it doesn't give me any issues. So once we have that, now we'll go and get our rig. And so that means we're going to come in here to do that. We're going to get that. We're going to do save this file. That we're going to come to add, come to armature, then we'll go to basic and get human meta rig, and then this one just has a bone head. That's all. So then we'll begin to start to pose it to match the skeleton, right? So I'm going to first scale it up to match the frame. This is okay. And then we'll begin to make sure you're in front view mode. And then we'll go to edit mode. While the bone is selected, go to edit mode and begin to match it. But first, I think the character is a bit not centered. The bone is centered, the skeleton is centered, but the character is not centered. So I think what we can do is, let me first put it off. So I can select this hole. Then I'm going to put it back on. So then use the move tool so I can move my character to be a bit at the center. Okay, this is fine. This is better. Okay, so this is better. So I'm going to select my rig. We're going to go to edit mode. And then we'll begin to pose it to match the pose of the character. So okay, now we have managed to pose the bones to match the pose of the character. And we can go back to the object mode. Now we have our bones roughly matching. So what we need to do now is bind the character with the bone. To do that, we just need to select all the images. Let's turn off the bone. So I can select all the image. And then I will turn back the bone back on. I'll turn the bone back on and I will select, hold shift and then select the bone. That way, when I click Control P on my keyboard, it will give me this menu, set to parent menu. This is how you bind bone to meshes. In most cases in 3D, you just do with automatic weights and it automatically just rigs and does like 85% of the work or 90% of the work of the job, and then you just have to go and fix some. But for this image, found my way out is to do with empty groups. Now what that does is I will have to go manually in. So if I go to pose mode right now and I select the parts and I rotate, nothing will happen. I have to go and bind the parts I want myself. It gives me flexibility to now customize the parts I want the bones have control over. So to do that, I have to go back to object mode and then I'll select the part. Like I want the head. First of all, I'll go to the bone. Let me click on this. Click on this. Go to pose mode. Select the bone, the head. I want this. So I'll go back to my object mode, and I will select the image now. Then I select, hold shift and select my bone, and then I go back to pose mode, and then because I want this head object to bind with this head alone, I will just say Control P now, and I will just say set parent to bone. And now when I select the bone and I rotate, so if I go back, let me even go back to object mode, select just the bone, come back to pose mode, and if I hold rotate, I get to control only the head. Can you see? That way I can customize the objects I want and the parts I want to be controlled by this object, by this, right? So yeah, and then I can begin to merge each part as I want. And I will go back to object mode, select the back hair. I want this back hair to hold my shift, select the bone. I want that to be controlled by this hair. So I'll go back to pose mode, and then I will say Control P, bind to bone. And now if I do, I'm also controlling the back hair too. So I can just have to go through and then bind each object to the parts I want. It's a bit tedious, but it gives you the best results, right? I'll just pick up these parts, attach each of the mesh to the bones. So now that we've finished, we can just quickly make animations of this. So let's say I want the character to have like a cool idle motions. I could have generated meta rig and still done this, but I just had to do this for now. So let's come in here and let's put a keyframe for here. Set a keyframe I to record keyframe I. I'll do location and rotation. Then when I get here, I would rotate it a bit. Then save. And now copy this keyframe, copy, paste it here. Then you can have it just, and I can duplicate these keyframes all over. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, sorry, Control V, Control V, Control V. This is a 10-second animation, so let's see. So, and I can also come here just to add for effects and keyframe here too. So I, location and rotation, come here. And then save, location rotation again. And this time, and I will bring this up. You're just doing rough animations here for the idle. So paste. So I'll do this. And I can loop that to continuously. Control C, Control V, Control V. So you get the gist. This is how you just continuously get the head animation. Before you know, you have like a series of animation ready. Because this part is a bit laborious, I'm going to just speed it up and then I'll come back when I'm done. So once you're done with this, you can render the motion out, and then we move on to the next stage. So we're going to render this motion out, this animation out on a transparent background, and then we'll now move it to the final stage where we'll bring it to CapCut and the background and create our full scene. See you there. So we're here in the final part of this video where we're going to bring everything together in CapCut to make the masterpiece, right? So we're going to bring in the background, the animated characters that were rigged in Blender, and then we'll bring them together with a couple of effects in CapCut, and we'll make it work. So let's start. So just start to create a new project, and we're going to go and bring in all the artworks, all our elements into this place, import them. So let's go. So now we have brought all the elements together in CapCut. For some reason, if you CapCut doesn't see PNG sequences, so you might have to go convert it somewhere else in Premiere Pro, the sequence into video, a video that has alpha, then bring it back in here. I went to another software called HitFilm Express, and I used that to convert my PNG sequence to videos with transparent alpha, and I brought them to CapCut. I'm going to just drag the background, drag the video of the character, and a video of the guy, of the dude. So we have both of them here in the screen. I think we'll scale them up. 120. And also 180. Female to 180. So I'm going to set them here. If you play them now, you can see that they're animated on the screen. They're animated, the animations are active. So we're going to pull the background to extend as much as this. CapCut is a really cool tool. I like editing here because it really has like cool functions you can use easily. So let's go to the background. It's a bit too noisy. We're going to try to dim it up. Let's try and make it not distracting. So select the background, come to the right part here under the video, go to adjustments, and you'll find the color correction settings, and you can go ahead and just do exposure, darken the background small, maybe make contrast, just to make it a bit tinted different, and scroll down. Let's see. Okay, let's make it a bit like this. Okay, just stuff to make the characters pop, right? And you can still go on the characters and just kind of do the same, just trying to brighten them up, exposure a bit up, just to make them shine a bit. 9. Same for the girl, lady. 9. Just stuff to just make them shine. So now when you play animation, they're a bit, the background is there, but at least we can see the characters. So want them to fly into the scene, let's keyframe that. So to do that is very simple. CapCut has a very good keyframing technique you can use. So just go back to video and then select one of the characters, the female character first, and we'll record the position currently here. On the right, you'll find position, rotation. We just want the position to be recorded, right? So we will zoom out a bit and select the female character, and then click on position. We want this current keyframe, and then the next thing to do, let's go back a bit, and then let's change the X position. Click the character and drag her out of the screen, and the other keyframe will automatically record. So now when you play the video, she'll fly in quickly, and then we'll do the same for the male character too. Select the male character, this layer up here, record the keyframe where he is currently, take it back a bit, and then pull him out of the screen. And the keyframe is recorded. So now if I play the video, both characters will fly in, just like Street Fighter, something like that. We're not done yet. We need to add like a text, super text. So this is where CapCut shines. Has like cool presets you can use to, really cool action presets. So just go to text up here, top left, and then come to text templates, and you find a host of amazing effects. I'm really surprised that CapCut is really has this much effect. So just scroll down. I have there's this one I like that has like a lightning Scroll down till we find, yeah, this one, battle. So just click on this to see it in action. Then there's a plus by the side. If you don't have it yet on your system, you can just download it. But once you download it, once you always have it, you just change to a plus sign to add it to track, and you can add it here to this track. So let's say after they fly in here, you want the text to show. So the text will be there, but now what is showing is not what we want. All we have to just select it, and then on the right side of the panel, you'll find where you can change paragraph 1. You can change the words in the paragraph 1. So call it Warriors Clash. Warriors Clash. Yeah, it's fine, just like this. So you can even add like a text to speech if that's what you want. So let me see. I will choose
Warriors Clash.
Warriors Clash.
Yeah, this is more like it. So pick this one. So the same text effect has like a text to speech by the side.
Warriors Clash.
So apply text to speech. It's now a text here. So once you click on apply text to speech, it's here. So we have this audio here playing. So after the text, I want it to play a bit after the text. And let's play it now and let's see.
Warriors Clash.
So right now we have this, but it doesn't have doesn't pack the effect we want. You can still go to select the audio. You see a new settings by the side called voice changer. Click on voice changer. So many effects there, but mic hog is the one we want. So let's click on mic
Warriors
hog.
Clash.
Yeah, it has like an echo. Can you hear it?
Warriors Clash.
Yeah, it looks like a fight. And you can increase the room size just in case the strength. So it echoes more. Let's see.
Warriors Clash.
I think we're done. This is fine. So now we can go ahead. CapCut automatically on PC automatically saves, so that's fine. So let's just export now. This is fine. Say export. So CapCut is really like a cool tool for content creation. I really like. I'm impressed with what they can do.
Warriors Clash.
So, and you have this. So please like and subscribe and share. If you have any question about this video, put in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you have any requests for a tutorial you want to see, please put in the comment. I'll also get back to you. Like, subscribe, and follow the page.